Ceramic coatings are growing in popularity throughout the world, with more and more guys at home looking to apply these products to their cars. In this video we're looking at packages of base, top and maintenance coats from 3 market-leading manufacturers, with the aim of providing you some recommendations based on observations on performance and application. Or at least that's the plan.
Guess that I am wrong or how we're closer now. I've been making my amends. Come and see. Where have you been off to now? Wait for me. Dear beloved, lend me light as I wander off into the night. Or I won't be found. Or I won't be found.
Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel, guys, for the Best of Ceramics series. Today we are comparing packages of products from 3 brands that have built their ranges bottom up around these ceramic coating offerings. Let's walk through the contenders. CarPro have been at the heart of ceramic coatings for nearly a decade. This South Korean based company have a big footprint in the UK and professional accredited detailing scene. Their supporting range of detailing products such as the Iron X Fallout Remover, the Pearl Trim and Rubber Dressing and CarPro Reset Shampoo are highly rated. In this video I'll be looking at their ceramic package of the Seaquartz UK base ceramic coating with the new Gliss top coat ceramic coating and their CarPro Reload maintenance coat. This package cost me around £76 at the time of shooting this video, and that's for 30 millilitres of Seaquartz UK, 30 millilitres of Gliss top coat and 100 millilitres of CarPro Reload. Next, G-Technic are a UK based detailing company that, like CarPro, built their whole product range around their ceramic coatings. Founded in 2001, they have a big foothold in the UK accredited scene and seem to be making good inroads and progress with the big USA market. They have a well-received range of consumer and professional based ceramic coatings and accompanying products. In this video we're going to be reviewing their package or combination of the C1 Crystal Lacquer base ceramic coating with their EXO top coat ceramic coating and their hydrophobic maintenance coat, which is called C2 V3. To buy the package for this video cost me around £79.20. Geon are the relative new kids on the block that have burst onto the scene a little bit more recently with very slick branding and high performing products, and again have established a good reputation in a short amount of time. In this video we're going to be looking at their new Geon Synchro ceramic package, which consists of the latest version of the Moss coating, base ceramic coating, with the new skin top coat and their water-based hydrophobic maintenance coat, which is called Geon Cure. In this video I paid just under £100, I think £99.95 for that package of products, but for that £99.95 you get 50 millilitres of the Geon Mo's base coat with 30 millilitres of the skin top coat and 100 millilitres of the Geon Cure maintenance coat. Please note prices for these products may vary depending on your location and the reseller you're using. As always, check for discount codes whenever you're buying any detailing products. So I'm going to break this video down into very simple sections. First off, we're going to look at the base coats, run through all the things that I'm testing in this video and then give you the results of that. Then we're going to do the same for a slightly different set of criteria for the top coats, if you like. And then finally, we'll go through those maintenance top-up coats. At the end of the video, I'll go through and provide you with my favourite products in each category and provide you with an overall recommendation for what I think is the best package. Let's get started. The base layer products typically contain higher amounts of the hard, durable, organic and inorganic siloxane resin, providing the foundation layer for the more hydrophobic, glossy top coats. When used in a layered package like this, the surface characteristics of these products are less important. In this video I'm testing the products on the following criteria. 1. Gloss. Measurements taken 12 hours after application, 7 days after application, 4 weeks and 21 wash cycles with a pH neutral detergent after application. Number 2. Application. How problematic is the product to lay out over a panel, and how easy is the product to level to a clean, crisp finish before leaving it to cure? Test number 3. Chemical resistance. How are these products affected by harsh high alkalines or high acidic products and solvent based degreaser cleaners? Test number 4, we'll be looking at the hydrophobic qualities of these base coats on a test panel and how those hydrophobic qualities are maintained over a period of 1 month and 21 wash cycles. And finally, test number 5, looking at how vulnerable these base coat ceramics are to water staining and watermarks after water has dried on a test panel. Base coat testing results. Gloss readings after a 12-hour cure. This is 60 reading average from 2 separate test panels. In first place, Geon Moss. In second place, G-Technic C1. In third place, Carpro Seaquartz UK. Note the variance in gloss from the first place Geon Moss down to third place Seaquartz UK was only 0.9 of a GU over those averages, which is rather small. And C1 Crystal Lacquer was only 0.3 of a GU on average behind Moss. The next set of gloss readings were taken 1 week or 7 days to obtain a full cure. In first place was Seaquartz UK. In second place was Moz. In third place was C1 Crystal Lacquer. This time the variance on the 7-day full cure gloss readings was a lot higher, with Seaquartz UK having 4.5 gloss units above second place Moz, and then a further 1.3 gloss units in addition over C1 Crystal Lacquer. After this, the test panels were put outside and exposed to the elements and washed every day for 21 washes over a total period of 4 weeks, and then a final set of gloss meter readings were taken. The results of these readings were as follows. In first place was Geon Moss, in second place was G-Technic C1 Crystal Lacquer, and in third place was Seaquartz UK. Finally, the overall averages of all of these meter readings. In first place, Seaquartz UK with 85.8. In second place, Moz with 85.3. In third place, C1 with 84.5 GU. 3 observations on gloss. The overall average differences between these 3 products is around 1 GU, which is very small. Second, Seaquartz UK seems to have a significant edge in gloss after a 4 weeks cure. Third, Moss seems to retain the gloss that it gets on application the best of the 3 products. Next is the base coat application testing results. In third place, Seaquartz UK. Although the product is easy enough to lay out and spread over the panel, when it comes to buffing the product away, there is noticeably more resistance and a sticky, draggy feeling to buff the product off of the panel. Although it's worth noting that in the process of levelling out the excess product, it's not particularly prone to smearing, which is a positive. In second place, Geon Moss. This product requires 2 coats. The product is very easy to use and buffs away beautifully from the panel. It feels smooth and smear free. One thing I noticed on application when you're laying it out and spreading it is that it helps to have a little bit more product. It becomes smoother to apply the more you have there. That was the only observation that was made, but generally speaking, it's a very easy product to use. In first place, G-Technic C1 Crystal Lacquer. There were no real negatives observed with the application process of this product whatsoever in terms of how you lay it out over the panel and how you buff it back. It is an extremely user-friendly ceramic base coating to apply. Chemical testing results. In terms of gloss reduction, Seaquartz UK seemed to be the most affected by the chemical testing, but it's by far and away the most repellent or hydrophobic of these base coat products, and it was able to retain those repellency characteristics the best in this test. Geon Moss was able to retain the most gloss in this testing, but it loses literally all its repellency characteristics, which are minimal anyway. C1 was somewhere in between both of these products on how it retained its gloss and its repellency. Hydrophobicity testing. A simple water behaviour observation was made on a separate test panel over 1 month and 21 wash cycles. Tying in with the chemical resistance test, it was clear that Seaquartz UK is the most repellent base coating with a strong level of water repellency. C1 sits somewhere in the middle with decent amount of sheeting and repellency, and Mohs is the least repellent of all three base coatings. Water spotting. Test panels left outside for a week and exposed to rainwater. On inspection of the panel, the side that was coated in moss had the most amount of water spot footprints, followed next by C1 that had a few footprints, and then Seaquartz UK was completely free of any water spotting. Next up is the ceramic top coat testing between Carpro Gliss, G-Technic Exo and Geon Skin. Gloss on application. All these top coat products had generally higher readings than their base coat counterpart. Like the base coats, we did 3 separate gloss tests for the top coats. One was done 12 hours after application, the next after 7 days, and the third one after an additional 3 weeks and 21 washes. The ranking for each 3 tests was always the same, so the overall ranking on gloss was first Carpro Gliss, second Geon Skin, and third G-Technic Exo. Skin and Gliss had very similar levels of gloss from the readings and maintained that gloss in very similar patterns over the full month. G-Technic Exo started off measuring about 1 unit of gloss less than the other 2, but over the period of 1 month had dipped to over 6 units less. Next, hydrophobic testing. This one's quite easy. The skin package is by far the most hydrophobic of these coatings. 1 month after application, skin was still sheeting and repelling water like it was on the day when the product was applied. Next in line was Gliss, which showed a good level of sheeting and repellency, but nowhere near as prolific as what was going on with skin. Exo, unfortunately, after 1 month of being on the test panel, had lost virtually all of its hydrophobic qualities. Top coat application. Quite simply put, all 3 of these products are relatively straightforward to apply. It's recommended to apply 2 coats of Exo to get the most out of it, whereas Gliss and Skin are single layered top coats. Exo is slightly thicker than its base coat counterpart, but it's still easy enough to put this over the panel. It just requires a little bit more attention when you're buffing the product out to make sure you don't leave any smears or smudges in the paintwork. Skin, on the other hand, is a far more thinner, wetter, looser liquid that spreads over the panel very easy. The tip with applying Skin is to not use too much and make sure you really do the inspection to see that you haven't left any tram lines or uneven parts of it. Gliss is closer to Skin in its format of being a slightly looser, easier to work liquid. Although it has a signature haze to it when it starts to cure, it is very easy to buff away and generally unproblematic to apply. Finally, maintenance top coats. Hydrophobicity on application. Reload on the left, C1 in the middle and Cure on the right. Both Reload and Cure are more hydrophobic and more repellent on application, providing higher contact angles to water and lower roll down angles than C1. C1, however, does sheet and pull the water off the panels really nicely. After 3 weeks and 10 washes, all 3 products have lost a lot of their repellency characteristics and there wasn't much between them. Next up, gloss. We measured gloss on application, gloss after a 1 week, and gloss after 3 weeks and 10 wash cycles. The overall variance in readings between these maintenance top coats was tiny. All of the top coat products seemed to add more gloss on application than their ceramic counterparts. The overall ranking order was Geon Cure, followed by Reload, followed by C2 V3, but the variance was too small to favour any particular one of these products in terms of their gloss. Next up, application. These are simple spray-on, wipe-off type products. CarPro Reload and Geon Cure have a slight tendency on darker finishes to leave a white streaky finish if you don't level them properly. CarPro do advise you can mix the product out, 1 part product to 1 part water, to try and alleviate this. I've never found it a major problem with these products and I've used them for a while, but C2 V3 is less prone to doing this and is therefore probably the least problematic to apply of the three. As these maintenance products are going to be the thing that sits on the top of your paint, sometimes it's nice for them to have a slick, silky finish. CarPro Reload seems the least slick of these three products. You can actually feel a slight stickiness with your fingers. Geon Cure seems slightly better than CarPro Reload in that aspect, but by far and away the most slick and silky finish of these three is C2 V3. I now want to finish this video by doing some final recommendations on these products. And this is tough because these packages from these companies, they're all good. They're all pushing the boundaries, you know, and really trying to stake a claim as being the kind of best in the field of ceramics, and they're all doing a good job. And as always, you know, the information here is my opinion based around some pretty basic tests with lots of limitations, mainly around time and equipment. So it is a basic look at these products. But again, we're not trying to sit on the fence. We're trying to give you some information beyond the fact that all ceramic coatings are the same. Because from doing this testing, they're not. They're actually quite significantly different. So let's crack on and go through the final conclusions on this video. Final conclusions on the base coats. So the things you put on first, the foundation layer, the things that should generally contain a higher amount of solids and be more durable. These products are all offering you different things. Now, if I had to pick one base coat to use, so I had no top coats, you know, maybe no hydrophobic maintenance coats, though you'd want those if you had the ceramic coating. But as a standalone product, I think Seaquartz UK, in terms of performance, it almost feels like it's been developed to be functional on its own with nothing else on there, because it's highly repellent. It does seem to have more gloss after that full cure than the other products, although then that tails off and it's sort of the other ones catch up with it. But this coating does everything. It seems to be pretty good with the water spotting as well, more repellent to water spotting. So it almost seems to me like it's been developed as like a single coating that you can put on your car that does the lot. The downside, of course, with Seaquartz UK is there is a noticeable drag or kind of sticky feel when you buff the product off. You have to buff it immediately, but even if you do, you still get a bit of that dragging. So that's one of the downsides with this. C1 sort of somewhere in the middle where it does have some more of those repellency characteristics, but it's a little bit easier to apply. And Moss, the thing it doesn't have is the repellency. It retains its gloss, I think, the best out of all of them. And they say it's different chemically, and it's this sort of really durable, less flexible kind of format of chemical. And I think it benefits from the other package, the other top coat packages that we're going to talk about as a minute. So as a single standalone base coat ceramic, the one I think that's got the most performance, if you can forgive it for the removal issue or the dragginess, is Seaquartz UK. Next up are these ceramic top coats, which are sort of generally formulated to be sitting on top of the base coat ceramics, although you can use them as standalone products. So we have the three products: CarPro Bliss, G-Technic Exo, and Geon Skin. Now, this is where I think, from doing this test, that I noticed the biggest difference in performance. The thing that might be a little bit unfair about this is that these two products are, as I shoot this video, are brand new to market. They're fluorine based, they're new technologies. Exo's been around a little bit longer than those two products, and as always, these guys are going to be bringing out new products in the future, and the closer you do a comparison to the time that one's been released, it could introduce a little bit of unfairness. But anyway, it's fair to say that Exo, I don't think, has the performance of these other two products. Exo says it's got like unsurpassed, durable, hydrophobic qualities, and I actually think the hydrophobic qualities of Exo are not that kind of long lasting. It's easy enough to apply, it works, it helps with the water spotting issues, it will help preserve your base coat, but the hydrophobic properties of it are lost quite rapidly for me. So I prefer these two new products from CarPro and Geon. Out of the two new products, for me, there is a clear winner, and it is Geon Skin. This Geon Skin, the cool thing about it in detailing, if you can make a product that holds on to its repellency, its water behaviour, you are always onto a winner, because it's, in layman's terms, it's the thing that people notice the most about products. That's why things like Fuso, anything that's hydrophobic and holds on to that for months and months and months is always going to be popular. Skin does that. It does it better than pretty much anything I've seen, in the sense that it's still repelling the water and throwing the water off the car as good now a month later as it was the sort of day after I applied it, if you like, and that's impressive. But beyond it just being kind of highly repellent, it is noticeably slicker and smoother on the paintwork. It is neck and neck though with Gliss in terms of gloss repellency. Gloss retention, sorry. I couldn't see any difference between the two products in terms of gloss retention. But also Skin, it's very easy to apply, it's very thin. You just need to make sure, because it's so thin and easy to spread, almost like water, that you do get it all level. And then you won't have any problems. And for me, that is one hell of an impressive top coat. It is really kind of had an influence in my kind of decision on which is the favourite ceramic in this kind of overall package. But as a top coat, I think it is the best one out of these three. Next up, these maintenance coats, these kind of water-based hydrophobic sealants, if you like, that you use to solve the water spotting issues. The first thing is, they all solve the water spotting issue, and they do it well. There are some slight differences with these products. Reload and Cure are very, very similar. They have an advantage in that they're more hydrophobic on application than C2V3, and they're a tiny bit more hydrophobic in the long term as well. C2V3 has a different advantage though, in that it leaves a slicker, smoother finish. Both of these leave a stickier finish, and Reload, to me, left the most sticky finish. I could really feel it on the microfiber when I was buffing it off. And also both these products on black cars, if you're using perhaps a little bit too much of them, they look the same. They look very concentrated, very sort of deep white. They can leave a little bit of residue that they need to streaking is the word, isn't it? So you need to be careful with the streaking and just make sure you level them out properly. Damp cloth can always help with that as well, to spread them. G-Technic C2V3 is less prone to that particular issue. In terms of gloss on application, these products as well, they're almost like waxes. They add the most amount of gloss on application, it's just they can't retain it as long. So it's almost like a descending order, with the maintenance coat it's having the most gloss on application, followed by the top coats, followed by the base coats. They are all decent enough products. Again, it's going to come down to what you like. If you like a slicker finish over a hydrophobic finish, repellency, then you'd probably go with C2V3. The one that I like the most out of them, that I think strikes the right balance, is probably Geon Cure. Although I'm not particularly fussed with any of these. They work, they top up gloss. So it's just whether or not you prefer slickness over hydrophobicity. Okay, that's the top coats, maintenance top coats. So finally, the overall package recommendations. Now first off, let's just have a look at some of the other ones. G-Technic, as I've said before, this package of products is a doddle to apply. They've probably done that deliberately. So they've made the package very, very easy to use, especially, like I said, if you're a first-time ceramic coating user and you're looking for something that might not be as problematic to apply potentially as other coatings. So well done to them on that. It's a good package. I can recommend it. Put the whole lot down on the M135 and it was a joy to use, and I'm getting good results out of it, so I like it. CarPro, on the other hand, the package, the base coat ceramic is perhaps a little bit harder to apply if you're doing this for the first time, or even if you're doing it day in, day out, because of that stickiness. Now I know people are going to probably have workarounds and techniques to make that better, and maybe there are, but it's still a little bit of a problem. It's almost worth it because the performance of Seaquartz UK as a standalone product is really, really impressive. But it's almost because of the performance of Seaquartz UK and all those, that repellency that it has is amazing. It means the Gliss top coat isn't kind of complementing it as much, at least in my mind. And Gliss wasn't quite as prolific to me as the top coat skin. But the CarPro package is a good performing ceramic. Finally, the package of products that has kind of blown me away, whether rightly or wrongly. This is all my opinion. You know, Mr. Forensic Smartass here. This is basically just my opinion from playing around with them. And it's the one that I'm drawn to, and it's the Geon Synchro kit. As a package, I think all of these different products and these different tierings of base, top and maintenance coats, I think they complement each other the best. Beyond this, the package is really easy to apply as well, okay? Perhaps some tiny little more considerations over the G-Technic product. You need to be careful with making sure skin is level, because it's a lot thinner. You need to use a little bit more of the Moz base coat when you're laying it out. You know, the more of it you got there, the smoother it rolls over the panel. So they're tiny considerations. A big consideration is that the Moz base coat does require 2 layers. So that adds time to the application. Okay, so that's another consideration. And the final consideration is it's a little bit more expensive because of the fact you have to do 2 base coat layers. You have to buy, or they give you in the package, 50 millilitres of the base coat instead of 30 millilitres. So you pay £100 where the other ones are 75. Those are the considerations or the negatives, but the rest of it is all good. The package, I think, complements itself the best. The base coat Moz the thing that it doesn't do is it doesn't have much in the way of repellency. It seems to be high solids. You know, they describe it as a harder, less flexible solid than the other ones. And I think, you know, they obviously know it better than I do. They're right on that. But that base coat retains its gloss well enough. If you used it on its own, you'd be reliant on putting the cure on top of it all the time to give it this repellency and make it less vulnerable to the water spotting. But with this top coat skin, that top coat for me is well ahead of the game, I think. It is demonstrably, or demonstratably, whatever the word is. In other words, I can see it outperforming the other top coat products. And it really, I like the level of hydrophobicity, and I like the way it doesn't tail off. It is also slicker and smoother, and it's just as good as Gliss with retaining gloss. They're both very good at that. So I think it's a powerhouse of a top coat, and it elevates the package that you're getting from Geon right up there to as good as I think you're going to get at the moment for a consumer-based product. So that's my opinion on it, guys. It has blown me away. And, you know, I am really, really impressed with it. So that is my overall recommendation, the Geon Synchro Ceramic Package. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. This has been a monster of a video to shoot. The edit was a nightmare, but it was good fun. It's been good fun doing it and playing around with these products. We're going to carry on delving into ceramics. I want to look at other ceramic coatings and top coat products out there and all that stuff, because there's so many companies out there trying to push the boundaries and you know stake a claim in being the best in this ceramic kind of coating area. And like I say here, we have 3 very credible companies that have done good jobs with these packages. As always with any video, guys, let me know what you're using as a ceramic kind of solution, whether it's just a standalone base coat or you're using these top coat combinations. Let me know what your favourite kind of hydrophobic sealant type spray top up product is. Let me know what you think about these products as well. That's really important. If you've used them and you've got any opinions of them or other products within the ranges of these. That would be great to hear in the comments section. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and that way you'll get to see kind of more videos and get notification of further videos, because we're going to be doing more stuff on ceramics as the weeks and months roll by. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you soon on the Forensic Detailing channel. Bye for now.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when